Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We are just getting back from a wonderful event in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it was so fun. So many people face to face. When you get to see the faces and the personalities and experience those with the names that we all know and we've seen,
Yes.
like from Top Enrollers and in other areas, just a great energy, lots of fun, some incredible education. I think of
yes.
Dr. Stefan Rao.
So many presenters just did a fantastic job. We learned a lot. We had a lot of fun, and it was just a great event all around. So thank you to all of you who came and participated in that event. We really appreciate you.
And those that came all the way from the United States as well.
Oh, we had a few from the United States. Yeah, that was great to see.
Yeah, great help, great energy, great fun. And a great place.
That's right.
All around. You know, there's a few things we talked about at this event. Mm-hmm. One of them was very limited supply, but we are doing this fire opportunity with the blue version of the Infinity Wand.
Yes.
A European plug. We only have a handful left, it seems like, but it is probably a deal of a lifetime. You will never see that opportunity again, that price again. A lot of people took advantage of it. And so for those in the EU that have thought about terahertz and applying that in your health regimen, now is the time to get that wand, at least before it sells out.
That's right. Go look in your back office for that. Another announcement is we do have our new AO mask available for sale in Europe. It was a huge hit over the weekend. We brought as many as we could.
Yeah, they were all gone within like, it seemed like an hour or so.
So fast.
Yeah, a lot of excitement, as everybody seems to have had a lot of excitement. If you haven't seen the AO mask, that is worth spending just a few minutes to see why it's different. If you've ever been in the space of photobiomodulation, of light therapy, this one is for you, and it has such diverse application. A great place to just boost your health and well-being with light.
I saw a picture of someone using the mask on their face, and they used the neck and this chest piece on their cat at the same time.
I was going to say, I saw one with on a pet. They wrapped it around their animal on their back, which was perfect.
I don't think our cat would let us do that.
Well, he would fight us along the way, that's for sure.
But what a great use of AO mask. It's a new month. It's June. So with a new month comes a new enrollment incentive.
Yeah, if you share with people and bring somebody new to Solex, and that person enrolls with a bundle and a subscription, they will automatically get one of just a stellar legacy product. That is Think, the Think capsules. We have Think drops. This is the Think capsules. This is something that supports brain health. Just a real quick snippet on that. Our brain is the highest oxygen and energy consumption organ of our bodies. It does a massive amount of work, as you probably assume or know. And with that comes some derivative negative effects. With all of that oxygen consumption, sometimes we can get a lot of junk buildup. And we often feel that and sense that when we have slower thought reaction, difficulty getting to the memory that we wanted to pull out and recall. And this helps what's called the NRF2 response. And that is the response for cleaning up through the natural process of the brain's cleanup process of taking the trash out, so to speak, in the brain. It's a great product to talk about, and people can get it for free this month.
It's a great month to get it for free. I use it every single day. Okay, this is a little reminder. If you're going for the next incentive trip, then June is your first month to qualify. Now, what do I mean by that?
Well, to qualify, there's a lot of details in this. The incentive trip requires 3 months of a net increase in your directs of 15 or more. Mm-hmm. And I won't go into but we do have a tracker in the back office where you can go in, read all the parameters, and see all the ways where you can get the benefit of sharing Solex and going on an incentive trip along the way. We had a great trip this last March. We're going to have a great trip next year. We hope you're with us.
That's right. Okay, we want to give you a little tip today. If you're new here, we've had a few people who are new that have called into the customer support, unsure of how to order for themselves. Now, when you are ordering for the first time, or let me start over. When you're sending somebody your link to order, you are sending them your shopping site. That's shop.solexnation.com/your username. Yep. And that's the link that you send to other people so that they can buy things on your website. do you go there to purchase for yourself?
No. That is a great space for sharing Solex with other people. If you're a QLA, if you're a preferred customer or a customer, you don't have that site, don't even worry about that piece. But if you're a QLA, that shop.solexnation.com site is for you to share with other people the different products we have here at Solex that can help them. If you are reordering or going and altering or updating your auto ship or anything like that, you go to office2.solexnation.com. That is what's called the back office. That's where you can find details about your account, whether you're a customer, whether you're a QLA, it doesn't matter. And that's also where you can place a new order or update your auto ship.
That's right. So just want to make sure that that's not too confusing. There are two sites, but we've had a lot of new people lately, a lot of people asking, so we thought we would just give that tip.
Yep.
Okay, so we had a contest last week.
Contest time.
We talked about AL mask last week, and we wanted to know what excites you most about the mask.
And were we giving away a mask?
No. Why do you have to make? No, we're giving away something that goes really well with the mask, though. We're giving away youth.
Oh, I love youth. Actually, I take that one every day.
Yes.
Along with Think. All right, we're giving away youth. Oh my word!
You're doing something. If you could see
Sabrina
how many
Gonder,
entries there are. This woman is doing something.
Yeah, this is incredible. I feel like it was just a week or 2 weeks ago.
She wins every week.
Okay, Sabrina, here you go. Youth coming your way.
That's awesome.
I love that the AL mask is flexible so you can use it anywhere on the body. Has Bin and offers red, blue, green light therapy at an affordable price, along with the infrared wavelengths as well. Yeah, Sabrina, there you go. Enjoy something else. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the community.
Oh, yeah. Always making comments. She deserves to win. All right. This is Stacy. Call us and let us know who you are. I'm so impressed by this red light mask. Solex has really brought a superb product to market again. Not only are there 3 types of lights, but they emit a frequency which will actually create results. I have found that so many red light products out there are not strong enough to really be worth the money. I'm so excited to get my own and really see what the other light types are about. Yeah,
that's really important. The strength, and usually that comes either both by the quality and the number of lights involved.
Right.
Because you get refraction when light goes into the skin, and it doesn't necessarily always reach those cells that are activated by that light. And so those are really key parts. All right, final winner. Brenda Brown. Brenda Brown, I haven't used mine yet, but I was intrigued with the fact that it had 2 areas it could cover, that it was flexible for many body parts, and that a variety of colors for various benefits, all in one mask. Totally amazing. Yes, yeah, I love the colors. And again, I'm going to put another plug for that infrared. That 820 and the 1064 really juice this thing up and give a lot of strength to what it can do.
Brenda, you have a mask at your house and you haven't used it yet. What?
Well, she got it that day, I'm
Time
sure.
to pull it out.
I'm sure she got it that day.
You've used it by now, right? Congratulations to all 3 of you. We will send you youth. All right. Last week we had our top enrollers, and this is for
the week of May 19th to 25th.
And this was a really tight race. But we don't have any ties. In second place, we have Simmons Holistics, Inc.
And in first place, Paige Wheeler.
Good job, both of you.
The 2 powerhouses right there. They are like, man, if this was the boxing ring.
Oh, they're neck and neck.
2 heavyweight champs going at it. Love it. All right, round 1 to Paige Wheeler.
Let's see what you can do, Simmons Holistics. No, we know what you can do. Congratulations to both of you. All right, we have a really fun new surprise for you, so let's check it out.
Just a few days ago, we had a major announcement at our European Day of Discovery, and now we're ready to share that announcement with everyone. Check this out. Everyone, AO Essential Oils from Solex. What? This is, you know what? Essential oils may not sound too exciting, but we're gonna get into why this is so special and so exciting. I have Jake Smith with me. You can see that. He's here on the screen with you too. And we a few months ago, we were talking, about bringing essential oils to the market. And we thought, oh, well, you know what? We think Solex could bring something special. And we did bring something special as what's called a limited time offer.
That's right. We just offered it through the month of December.
Yep.
And we had 2 holiday oils in there, Candy Cane and Holiday Cheer with lemon, lavender, and peppermint.
Yep.
Which are staples in every household. Because it was just a limited time offering, that meant that you had to act fast. And you guys did. In fact, it was very successful, and we've had a number of people request it.
Yeah, a lot of people. Since that ended in December, a lot of people, I've had personal questions to me saying, hey, are we gonna do the essential oils? We love them. We love the ones that we had. Are we gonna continue with that? And it's always like, yeah, to be continued. Let's see, let's check it out. In our minds, we knew that it was really successful, but we wanted to continue to broaden it in the right way. Now, it seems like there's no new ground to break when you're talking about essential oils. But I think that we have some ground that we can break when we talk about the AO essential oils from Solex. Obviously, the threshold, the foundational pieces, you must have an uncompromised purity in your oils, right?
No question.
You must source them sustainably from premium regions.
That's right.
Okay. So then with that, we start to say, okay, if that's the threshold, everybody has to have that.
Why would we do this?
Yeah. Where are you going to break new ground, Solex? How are you going to have a cause for someone to pay attention to AO essential oils versus anybody else's essential oils? And I'm going to talk about, I think we could talk about at least 2 things.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And maybe a third. I think that most of the oils out there, in fact, the top competitors out there, they're just too expensive. And they really want you to buy a large bottle that lasts too long. You really can't get through that in a monthly sequence.
Yeah, I think we've all seen, maybe in our Facebook marketplace space, people getting rid of loads of oils that they're like, okay, I got too much of this. I got 17 of the same oil. Somebody else want them at a heavy discount, right? And they end up actually giving them at probably a really good value.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so that is a great
Literally
point.
giving them away.
Yeah, literally giving them away. So let's jump into AO essential oils. Let's talk about 2 main differentiators and then hit that third one that you're referencing here.
Yes.
One of them is nanoprocessing, ultrasonic processing of oils in such a way that, now nanoprocessing, if you've been around Solex, that is not something new. And that's not something to be scared of. People think nano, are you putting little bots in our essential oils or in our supplements? No. We're talking about separating particle bundles of particles into what we can get them to, which is the smallest setting possible right now.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
What's the benefit of separating these bundles of ingredients, the molecular structures, into as many of them as possible?
Ultra nano allows each of the active materials inside of our essential oils, AO essential oils, all 6 of them. We'll introduce those
6 are, yes.
We'll go through all 6 of them. But each one of those has an active compound or 2, and in some instances, 3 compounds that make up the majority of the oil. And so if you consider 1 drop of lavender, for example, well, what makes lavender more potent than a synthetic fragrance of lavender that you would maybe spray? This is what makes it more potent, is the linalool content. And so when we use ultra nano processing, that increases the concentration of linalool and linoleic acid, allowing for a more restful sleep and helping calm and reduce the stress that we all feel every single day.
So when you do that, when you select that you can say it. I'm not going to say it. When you separate that molecular structure out so that there are more, essentially a bigger spread of that ingredient through the same size of liquid, what do you get? You get a greater reach, you get greater depth, you get breadth. Effectively, you get greater bioavailability, meaning whether you're using it for aromatherapy or you're using an oil with a carrier oil as topically or some other form, it requires less to get more.
Which is why we can help save everyone money on their essential oils. And that's key to the size that we're offering, is that most oils are sold in a 15 ml or even a 10 ml. We are actually offering it in a 5 ml because of the potency and the concentration and the dispersion. Aromatically, you only need 1 drop versus 5 drops or 10 drops from our competitors.
Right. And that, obviously everybody varies. If you like a really strong smell, you might do 2 drops, but the ratio is there, right? The ratio of potency is there, and it's all because of nanoprocessing. Now, another thing that we bring to the table that is a total differentiator in the marketplace is the idea of having frequency infused support to the oil itself. Now, inside every bottle of essential oils is a Cybin bead. What is Cybin? If you've never heard of Cybin before, this is a powerful negative ion carrier or holder, an activator of negative ions, meaning negative ions they're actually not negative. They're actually really positive for the body and the environment. They're these things that neutralize actually the things that do harm within our bodies, to our bodies, and in the environment around us. Negative ions are just these ionic atomic subparticles that have a certain charge. Those charges neutralize effectively bad charges in bad things. Cybin in each bottle of essential oils that Solex offers actually charges that oil with those negative ions. That then is carried to you no matter how you're using that. It's infused, it's part of the oil. That is powerful. But to carry the frequency conversation one step further, you're here, you're watching this at a Solex video, right? This is a Solex video. No doubt you've heard of AO-Scan technology. AO-Scan technology is a software tool to help with energy and frequencies, not just with learning more about your bodies, but also using it to imprint on things, including using the Solex technology to imprint on oils, because they're great carriers of frequency, because they're quantum-based concepts that deliver far beyond what is the tangible perception. You can actually use frequency with that Cybin bead to enhance your experience with the oils. Why would we choose these 6 oils? What's kind of the general approach?
So the reason that we selected these 6, and you'll recall, peppermint, lavender, lemon, orange, frankincense, and tea tree oil. So all 6 of these have been selected because these are the most often used essential oils in the world. As you look at any data for market research, these are the ones that are most often used and purchased, and they actually have the most number of health claims related to them and the most number of research. So when you look at human clinical data, these 6 are very, very equipped to give you the benefits that you're hoping for every single day. I love each of them because I have unique stories with each one of them. Starting with peppermint. Peppermint is a product that does so many things. It supports clear breathing and focus. So it opens up the airways. You guys have experienced this with our AO pearls. Mm-hmm. We have peppermint inside AO pearls. Yep. But the peppermint in AO essential oil peppermint is exactly what we use in that AO pearl, but now it can be used 3 different ways. So you can diffuse it aromatically with our passive diffuser, or you can use it topically, or you can also ingest it. And so each way that you use peppermint and each of these oils will differ in the benefit that it offers. And so the other thing that peppermint does is, as we all know, this is also found in our AO Relief, and it's a great companion product to Relief because it does aid in relieving lifestyle pain, muscle tension, as well as headaches.
Yeah,
and just
use it for headaches.
Applying that just simply to the temples of your head or even behind the neck can be really, really helpful. The last thing that we'll talk about, there are many, many more, is that peppermint does aid in digestion support, and it does relieve discomfort, including constipation, diarrhea, and occasional nausea. And so if you're really looking to help support your digestive tract and your esophagus, peppermint's a really excellent oil to use.
And that's another reason I like, right? It's so effective in pearls as a part of the pearls.
Yep.
And this isn't necessarily to replace pearls. This is in addition to, this is just one of the many ways to deliver on the benefits of peppermint as an essential oil is the digestive support.
Lavender. Lavender is so amazing because of all of the health claims that belong to it and have been tested. It does calm the nervous system, and it supports a deep restorative sleep. Most of the studies around lavender are concentrated right there. But it also helps soothe skin irritations and sunburns. I myself have gotten insect bites or sunburns, and when you put lavender essential oil on those sunburns or on those insect bites, it really does help relieve those immediately.
Have you ever seen success like somebody like burn with a curling iron or something like that? Would you use lavender on that as well?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Lavender essential oil, our essential oil is going to be the most effective because of its potency of linalool and linoleic acid. It also balances emotions and it reduces anxiety feelings or anxious feelings. And so this is a personal story, but I was once in Japan on a trip, and my wife was going in to have an ultrasound with the OB. And I woke up in the middle of the night a little bit panicked, thinking, oh, I need to call her. It was 3 a.m. in Japan, and she was at the doctor's office here in the States. And she learned a few things about our daughter, Adeline, that, my wife is very, very steady. And in those very few moments where the doctor was telling her what she was seeing with our daughter, Adeline, things like she could be Down syndrome, she could have chromosomes missing, she could have a cleft palate. And all of those things really threw my wife into a cycle. And one of the most important things that she did was she found lavender essential oil. And to me, it was a life-saving thing. To her, it was a life-saving thing because it helped calm her at night. It helped calm her during the day. And that was our introduction really to essential oils and why we really use them every single day, because they impact every part of our life. When you're going through something hard, when you're going through something that you don't have any solution for, especially when you're pregnant, the doctor will not give you anything. And so it's just wonderful to have that solution, and it worked very, very effectively.
But not just calming for her and her anxiety in that situation as somebody who's pretty steady, but I love that it calms the nervous system, but that it directly ties to the emotional benefit. But even remotely, right? Yeah. She takes the lavender and you get to calm down in Japan. Hey, who knew? Right? You talked about the quantum benefits. There Absolutely. They go, right through your wife, all the way reaching you in Japan. That's impressive stuff. Yeah. I use lavender all the time in, like when I'm trying to go through a meditative process, when I'm just trying to calm my mind, clear everything, not think about anything specific. I've used lavender to just relax, clear everything, and stay in a state of just openness for a while.
Meditation.
Meditation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a very great resource. Frankincense is the other one that can be used in this way, where it amplifies the effort of peace and tranquility during your prayerful meditations.
That's awesome. Now, if lavender was this calming, relaxing, supportive state of essential oils, let's jump to the other one. Let's talk about lemon. What does lemon do?
Lemon is the energizer. And so if you're looking for a quick pick-me-up, just add 1 drop or 2 drops to just a little bit of water and drink that. Immediately you're going to be, first of all, you're going to feel refreshed. Everyone else around you is going to see, you're going to emanate and radiate that energy to them. It's just a wonderful energy oil. It also naturally cleanses and detoxifies the body. And so if there are impurities, toxin, PCBs, contaminants that you're struggling with, including parasites, on your AO scan, if you see parasites, this is a great one to take because it detoxifies the liver, it detoxifies the cells, and it really helps with that autophagy that everyone needs to really clean themselves out. It also, because of its energizing qualities, uplifts the mood, and it promotes mental clarity and focus. And so this is one that you don't want to take at night.
Yeah, okay, good call.
Lavender, you can take that one at night, but this one really helps enhance flavor in food. You can see the immediate effects if you'll slice an apple and lay those out. Spray one of your bowls of your apples with lemon oil, and then leave the other one. Just watch what happens. Lemon is an antioxidant. And so when you look at the oxidative effect and impact that oxygen has on an apple, you have the Maillard reaction or the browning effect. And on those apples that are protected with lemon, they won't brown. In fact, they'll hold for quite some time with that lemon essential oil. It's a great demonstration.
I love that. All right, pro tip, add a drop of lemon to your AO energy, and let's see what happens, right? Get all of that, the mood plus the energy levels. All right, jumping onto orange. Orange I love orange. It just feels good. I rub it on my hands and I'll inhale.
Yeah.
And it just feels good, right? And obviously it encourages joy, peace, and this emotional balance. But what else does orange do?
It really is an air purifier. It's used a lot in cleaning because of the efficacy that it promotes in surfaces for your kitchen counters, for your bathroom sinks. Everywhere throughout the home, including the air, can be really cleansed because of orange essential oil. It also, when ingested, supports immunity. And so it also has high antioxidant content. Lemon and orange are used pretty interchangeably. Because of that citrus nature, they're both great for cleaning.
Anything wrong with putting them together?
Nothing wrong with putting together. In fact, if you want to add it to your favorite drink, try a little orange, try a little lemon. AO Energy is the perfect complement to that.
Boost everything.
Also with blue as well, a lemon and a blue.
Oh, interesting.
As well. And you can get creative. This is what makes this fun. Because of the potency, because of the number of drops that you've got in there, you can really have, your own do-it-yourself with your drinks, with your cleaning products. It just is so versatile. These products are amazing.
Yeah, I love that. And maybe you could add it to Bright, because I know one of the things it does, it helps with the skin. We've talked about adding blue to Bright, but maybe blue with a couple drops of orange essential oil and then put it on your skin. We're gonna have everything put together pretty soon. But jumping on to the next one, we're talking about tea tree, one of my favorites, personal favorite, is right there, right up the top of the list is tea tree. I love it for so many reasons, but primarily I love just the aroma benefits.
Yeah.
That fresh feeling that I get when I use it, right? In fact, I've used the tea tree shampoo for years because it is one of my favorite smells in the morning to get me going.
Tea tree oil's very best benefit, if we had a balloon, you could literally take that balloon, add a drop, and it would pop the balloon.
Oh, wow.
It will penetrate through really anything, which is why it is so good for skin blemishes for teenagers. Those red blemishes that come and go, really good at drying out things because of its penetrating properties. But like Kai mentioned, put a drop on your hands of any of these, and then just take a good inhale, and your lungs are going to benefit from that. Tea tree is one of those that you actually do not want to ingest because of its potency. You only want to use this aromatically, and you only want to use this topically. It really should also be used with a carrier oil, like coconut oil. I love using it with coconut because there's sensitization with the penetration for tea tree.
Yeah, really strong essential oil, right? Powerful.
Really, if you're doing homemade soaps, this is another great one to add to your homemade soaps. It's got antifungal and antimicrobial attributes that really make it stand out. It's used for for foot fungus. It's used for anything where you've got an odor issue. And so it can also be used underneath the armpits. It's been used as a natural deodorant for a very, very long time, since Captain Cook discovered it with the Aborigines in Australia.
That's awesome. We get to oil number 6, which is kind of this kingpin, this top of the mountain sort of oil, frankincense. Tell us why outside of being a prominent gift in religion, right? Why is frankincense such a powerhouse, something that everybody says is pretty valuable across the board?
Yeah. The main component in frankincense is boswellia. And we're using boswellia carteri. And boswellia carteri is very, very high in boswellic acids, unmatched. And the active ingredients in frankincense really do help, first and foremost, in that meditation. It's been used as an incense. It's been used aromatically to really help support in times of weddings and other ceremonies that are very sacred, spiritual, or energy producing. And as it relates to grounding and inner peace, this is really a way to feel that self-actualization. When you've got a goal and you want to accomplish that goal, frankincense is really there to help you achieve those goals through that meditation, through that peace, through that focus that you feel. One of the things that it benefits is your cellular health and that regeneration, and doing that properly so that the cells are dividing and reproducing in the way that they should. That is the number one benefit of frankincense. I myself use it on my skin. I have been doing that for a long time. I have a family history genetically that needs that, and I've been using frankincense. And my dermatologist always says, I don't know what you're doing, but tell your brother to do it. And I give my brother frankincense. But
yeah, you know what I find interesting is the special products are the ones that when they have an exterior benefit, like you mentioned meditation, grounding, inner peace, when they have these emotional supports and this nervous system support, the really good ones also have some sort of internal benefit. And that's where you see this with the cellular health being supported by frankincense. And then it also even appears at the skin level, the surface level with fine lines and blemishes. Those are powerful. So we've kind of talked about and went to some good length. The one thing that we can say is that there is way too much research out there to even give a full breadth explanation of all the benefits of each one of these. We can't do it. We've already taken enough of your time to explain what we love and why we chose these. But Jake, you mentioned something. We did testing on our oils compared to oils in the marketplace, and what did you find?
So we used a test called GCMS, and there are a variety of tests that we use. When you learn about SPEQ, we're looking at safety, we're looking at purity, we're looking at efficacy, and we're also looking at that quantum reach, or the ability to diffuse these oils because of the SIBIN and oil combination, as well as the nano particulate sizes that we're using. But in this GCMS, this gas chromatogram, and using mass spectrometry, we're able to compare our active levels of each of those compounds that are most prevalent to our competitor. And in every instance, because of the nano, because of the SIBIN, we tested higher. And we're going to show you those charts so that you can see in each of these cases. It's a little bit unusual in science to have every single one of these do what they're doing. Tea tree oil is the only one where terpenine and cineol is fairly close to the competition, but in all others, there's a 10%, a 20%, and a 30%, even a 60% increase over the actives that are in our competitors. And so you can see with those tests that we've done on GCMS why our products, why the AO essential oils are more concentrated, more efficacious, and really help deliver the anticipated benefits. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I think that's incredible results for each of those oils. One of the things as a process guy, when I look at that, I'm like, it isn't the oil as much, because everybody, we already said, is the foundational thing, purity and potency. That's there, has to be there. So what makes the performance so much better? It has to be the process. It has to be something that we do that's unique to us compared to everybody else. All right, let's capstone this. We're launching this 6-pack of essential oils with a passive diffuser. The passive diffuser is an incredible thing, and this is unique as well. There are other passive diffusers in the marketplace. This is a ceramic porous stone infused with Cybin powder, which then gives it the benefit of the Cybin frequencies, those negative ion benefits. It is elegant, it's sustainable, it's always on diffusion. If you taking the cap and dropping a couple drops of oil in that, it is there. You don't need any batteries, you don't need any plug-in, you don't need any power source. It is truly a passive diffuser, which means, yes, you can have it in areas of your home that are really accessible and easy to get to, into your car, into the cup holder, into your office, into your work office. You can carry it in your bag, and it's working wherever you go. That's powerful stuff, and that makes it really special because you can put those drops in, you can let it emanate, and when it wears out, guess what you got to do? Add a few more drops.
Of any oil.
Of any oil.
It's so volatile that it takes about 48 hours for the passive diffuser to completely evacuate, but you just add a few more drops and it can be reused. If you want to put them in every room of your home, you're going to need more than one.
Yep.
But one comes with every 6-pack.
Yeah, so we have this in the AO Essentials Oils Pack, which is going to be the 6 oils, 1 passive diffuser. You mentioned a third ringer here, and that is our pricing. Let's hit pricing now.
All right, so retail price is $93.75 US. Loyalty pricing is $75 US. And our auto ship pricing on subscription monthly is $70 US with 53 points. This really is the best value to buy it all together. The savings is huge.
Yeah, and it's put together. It's a beautiful box that it comes in. All 6 oils, the diffusers right in there. A gift set for a lot of people if you're trying to introduce them to what really makes Solex different whenever we bring something to market. Now, we've talked about the benefits of the differentiators, and we really have talked about the benefit of how those work and their performance as far as in the marketplace of essential oils. We also need to talk about, again, amplifying it with the AO scan frequencies. That really is powerful. Whether you're using it topically with a carrier oil, aromatically with the passive diffuser, these oils can be used for emotional balancing, energetic support, and daily well-being. This really should be part of the routine. I think, why does this matter now? I think there's a lot of things in the marketplace. I think people are well educated and want to be well educated. So people are seeking cleaner, smarter wellness tools. AO Essential Oils blends the natural with the energetic, bridging a gap that is becoming more and more relevant. And I think that people need to know about this. How should you share this? Well, you have a launch video.
Use it with yes, definitely. Yeah. There will be assets that are loaded on our digital marketing kit at sharesolex.com. Those assets are available for you to share through social channels, through email, through text, through just handouts that you would like to print at events or in person. And to me, I think this is the easiest thing to share as you use AO Scan daily, as well as use the other tech that we've got. I love diffusing aromatic essential oils while I'm on AO mat. What a great thing to do with lavender.
Lavender,
right before you go to bed. But also in the morning, if you want to take a moment, and with AO lemon. All of these essential oils really work well with all of the things that we're offering to help improve skin health, to improve mental health, to improve clarity and focus, to also just really help balance the mood of the room. If you're looking to change how it feels in your home, or you want to lift or inspire others, essential oils with the scanner, with AO Scan, are a perfect complement to really help people.
I think that is spot on. It makes sense. So oils are familiar And unless somebody has an actual opposition to them as in general, they welcome them. For you to share that when you're sharing a 660 band and giving somebody an experience or a terahertz one or a MAT experience or an AO scan technology experience with a sample pass, those are all powerful. They are even more amplified when you get a personal story about them and you can share your personal story, just like you did with us today with Lavender. So our invitation is to use them, to share them, to live with them in such a way where you can experience that competitive advantage, that difference that's in the marketplace that we're bringing to the marketplace because we're bringing this offering now. Bridge the gap with frequency and everyday wellness. This is crucial. Right now, you can take advantage of this, and we thank you for pioneering this effort into a new chapter with Solex. This leads us into a world of frequency, infusing it with AO essential oils into your wellness.
We just launched these essential oils in the EU in Amsterdam last week, and we had a great response to that. You know, there was actually a wonderful presentation that we had there all about essential oils.
Yes.
And using them in the scanner. We have the frequencies in the scanner. And so it was the perfect complement to that presentation to launch our AO essential oils.
You know what? I thought I knew essential oils fairly well.
You didn't.
Dr. Stefan Rao schooled me. He just taught me a whole new level. And by the way, a whole new level of essential oils frequencies in your AO scanner.
Yes.
That you can use all the time and match those up with actual oils and really put things together in such a way that it's powerful. You know what? I think along the lines of that, we should ask a question about essential oils.
Let's do it.
For the contest.
Let's do it. We're going to ask you, what do you use essential oils for? We know you have some. Everyone has some essential oils, I think. And we want to know, what do you use them for? What are some creative ways that we can use them? I would love to know in relationship to some of our Solex products. For my personal benefit, I would love to know, how do you use them with the wand? How do you use them with a mask? Things like that.
Yeah, there were some ideas at the Amsterdam event about how to use essential oils. And there is no wrong answer here, I don't think, outside of consuming it when you shouldn't consume it or applying it to pets when you shouldn't be giving those to pets. But generally speaking, this is a great avenue right here where we all get to share and we all get to benefit from everybody else's ideas. So we hope that you'll take the time after the live chat and comment on the call, just even if you're a novel user, right? How have you used them?
And we know Sabrina Gondar will win next week, but two more of you will win too. Yeah. We're going to draw 3 names next week for to win. And what are they going to win?
Okay, so we did a limited time offer of essential oils the Solex way, and we just talked about what the Solex way is. And those we did that limited time offer, and those included lavender and lemon and peppermint, which are in the new bundle. If you get the bundle. I think we should give away the new oils. And what are the new oils that we've added to that? If you're buying the set, well, you're going to get orange, tea tree, and frankincense.
That's right.
So let's give away those 3 to 3 winners next week when we draw whoever it is we're going to win, that's going to win, and read their comments and get their ideas out there.
Sounds good. Have a great week, everyone. Mask.
June thing. Just a few days ago, we had a major okay, there it is. There's the first one. That's all we needed. And 1 passive diffuser, excuse me. Boy, if you're looking for clear, better breath.
But because it was just a limited time offering,
yeah, that
we did because it was just